For 200,000 I broke up with my girlfriend when she loved me the most. He knelt down and begged me not to leave. I shook off his hand and quickly married a rich woman. He was deeply stimulated and left his hometown. I didn't expect that when we met. Lu Rian transforms herself, became a decisive and murderous ruler. I became the parentless bankrupt, divorced, poor bachelor. The next time I saw Lu Rian was at a cocktail party. He's a big brand, gorgeous appearance, old books, popular stars, but no one will recognize me as someone disguised as a woman. No other reason, too strong aura. It's not a pawn thing. My eyes were almost glued to him. This kind of peeping does not make you look bald after all. Many people in the hall were secretly looking at him. I just think he's really different than before. Xiao Song. Let's go up and toast. The boss motioned for me to follow him and start a conversation. I am good at speaking. Always bring him valuable orders, therefore it is highly valued, but tonight is different. He wants to please the industry. Big code, the woman I dumped. Since my boss is usually nice to me, even if it's for the sake of performance, I can't repay kindness with enmity. Boss, I'm a small fry. How can I be qualified to show off in front of others? Or you can go in person. I smiled and asked, you young people, do you have any topics to talk about? Xiao Song, your face is more pleasing to the eye than my old bacon. You may have a chance to be noticed for the rest of your life. He gave a look that all men understand. I feel miserable inside if I'm really targeted. Don't talk about the rest of my life. There is no hope for your rest of life. I declined again and again, still can't twist. I can only bite the bullet and follow my boss take me to toast Lu Rian. He raised his eyes slightly. I saw me standing behind the boss trying to hide. My heart is in my throat, but I'm looking forward to his reaction. He took the name as if nothing had happened. The film glanced lightly. Throw it to the assistant behind you and block it. The boss was stunned. Lu Rian, who had already turned around, hurriedly grabbed Lu. You are Lu Rian's assistant. Stepped forward and pulled the boss away. Then the charming woman curled her lips and smiled. Eyes on my face. The tone was extremely sarcastic. Your company collects all kinds of garbage. Who dares to cooperate with you? I don't hear any humiliation. I can only smile and nod. Mr. Lu's lesson is the boss suddenly looked back to the future. Immediately my face turned red and my neck became thick. Stared at me fiercely. I fought for him that night. I was forced to leave the company. In this world, rich and powerful people, a random sentence can lead to 10,000 interpretations. What's more, this kind of blatant malice, everyone is clear as Lu Rian. I hate, although you still don't know why I offended Lu Rian, but who is so stubborn as to dare to use this unspoken rule? After hitting a wall everywhere, I suddenly figured it out. The job is gone. The income is gone. The landlord politely gave me no money. I asked him to leave because he was paying the rent. I had expected this. Carrying large and small bags, move to the new home you have found. Stay calm. When I spread out my bed for tonight under the bridge, a pair of exquisite names, expensive high heels caught my eye. I looked up. Lu Rian frowned slightly. Tone of chi and blood. Young Master Song, I haven't seen you like this for a few years. You broke up with me without saying anything. I thought you were going to fly into the phoenix nest. It turns out that in the end, the situation is worse than that of my doghouse. I look at the lively and mean Lu Rian. When will you get a dog? He carelessly twirled his hair. I raised livestock 7 years ago, but I didn't know how to raise them well. That day I followed him back to his villa. He told me, I now have 2 choices. The first one, fought with the beggar for the bridge hole, and the second one, I fought with him. He helped me pay off all my debts after we got married. I thought about it for 1/4 second. He chose his second proposal. Don't ask me to be his husband. I'd like to be his dog. The wedding was grand. Everyone envies me as a second married loser. How could he deceive someone as young as Lu Rian? Beautiful and rich woman. Wedding night, I lay on the sofa. I'm actually glad that he was the one in the end. Even if he treats me badly, even if he married me for some other purpose, I don't care. After all, I was the one who apologized to him. First, wait for him to come back. I will put the original things, tell him exactly what happened. No forgiveness, just want to make up for the regret. But he hasn't come back for a long time. Feeling sleepy and confused, but I heard laughter in a trance. Open your eyes and look towards the door. Only my new wife being held in the arms of another man like a princess. The man looks young looking at me. I showed more contempt. The words spoken were soft and sticky. Sister, this is the husband you found. Lu Rian then reluctantly gave me a look, sneered, and didn't go to the guest room. It's embarrassing to stay here. I'm displaced. The thick skin that comes from hard work at this moment. It collapsed. The figure walking to the guest room almost ran away. I can talk freely about fried dough sticks and shopping malls in front of the superior. Use an eloquent tongue to gain benefits. But I can't love deeply. Showing weakness in front of a woman. You've wronged. The boy he brought back was called Lu Chun, still a college student who has not graduated, 10 years younger than me. In front of Lu Chun, I seem to see the time when we were in love. His shadow on me, care about his thoughts, feelings, and needs, willing to spend time and energy to take care of him, give him a gift, willing to make time for him. We used to be so sweet. Sweet days and nights, spend time with each other. But now when I see the journey he has taken with the young people, when interacting with someone, I feel like I've been forgotten in a corner. I think this is probably Lu Rian's revenge. After all, Lu Rian and I had always had a smooth relationship. Few conflicts and disputes until he was in the foreign world. Give him a chance for him to change his fate. The prerequisite is to work abroad for 3 years. Lu Rian is very moved, but I'm going to give up. For me, I laughed at him at that time. What is there to do abroad? It's not like I don't have money to buy a plane ticket. As the eldest son of the Song family, I have plenty of money. Lu Rian's mind turned around. I was so upset that I couldn't make fun of him. However, just as I was preparing to set off, the sudden attack caught me off guard. My father failed in investment. The upheaval that brought the family to the brink of bankruptcy. The originally good plan was forced to be interrupted. The eldest son of the Song family has plenty of money. Song Yin is nothing. This sudden situation has left me feeling powerless and confused, being the dilemma between family ties and personal pursuits. I have a lot of inner conflicts. On the one hand, it is for Lu Rian persistent understanding and support in pursuing career. On the other hand, is important for family responsibilities and concerns. After all, family is the foundation. Its responsibility, however, Lu Rian represents my dream and future. I know clearly if I hadn't told him the truth, he won't go either. But I really can't do that in that situation. Abandon my father, just walk away with him. So I broke up with him and marry him to the Zhou family, who helped us. Lu Rian couldn't believe it at all. Keep asking me why we broke up. How can I say? I can only tell him with a cold face and holding back tears because I was just playing with him. Of course, the person I choose to marry should be of the same social status as me. He refused to believe, begging me to save it. My heart breaks when I see his tears. The girl I love, I never want her to cry. I made her cry so miserably. I cursed myself for being a nobody. While quickly getting engaged to another woman, the moment I saw my engagement ring, she finally gave up. I hurt her deeply. She seems like a changed person this time. Lu Rian is not afraid of the messages outside. Bring landing prejudices. Every friend and partner occasions requiring a male companion. Lu Cheng always held his hand and dressed up to attend. He introduced her as his lover. Some people watch the fun without thinking it's a big deal. Asked, what about Song Yin? He is filial, just a dog. I got on a whim later. This sentence reached my ears. I just asked the people who mocked me without changing my expression. Why did Lu Rian support me instead of others? He must love me. I feel bad when I hear someone say neurotic. But a man's face is bigger than the sky. I'm just a stubborn duck. I am just deceiving myself. Some people also think Lu Rian was just playing around with that boy. So I asked how much the journey was worth. But I didn't expect him to turn hostile on the spot. Use wine bottle, smashed the man's head and made it bleed. Those people who said I was lucky start to add insult to injury, said I got slapped in the face. I don't know what I'm holding on to. I didn't take them seriously. But gradually, I started to suffer from insomnia all night long. The whole person's state visibly haggard. Finally, one afternoon when I went upstairs, I couldn't hold on and fainted. Fell straight down the stairs. The doctor told Lu Rian that I was under too much pressure. The patient is currently nervous and severely anxious. It is recommended to provide a quiet and comfortable environment. First, respect Lu Rian. A good wife who respects the doctor immediately guarantee that I will admire you. The next day, he disappeared with Lu Chun. If I could still hear from him, I'm going to report a missing person. So-called admiration is to build a love nest with a pure boy. The whole villa seemed to have died all of a sudden. Me too. Occasionally, I lie alone on a soft and comfortable bed. It would be a shameful thought, so I'd rather watch Lu Rian in front of me making out with another man. At least I can see him every day. About 3 months I haven't seen Lu Rian again. As I gradually accepted after the days passed like this, he suddenly came back. He leaned on the sofa, slightly raised chin, pointing to the box on the paper table. There's a party tomorrow. You put this suit on. Don't embarrass me. I asked as if nothing had happened. Why don't you look for Lu Chen? He thought I didn't want to pause and move closer to me, staring at me. Song, Nian, have you forgotten that you are my husband? I turned my eyes away and pretended to be relaxed. I really forgot to laugh. Lu Rian's face turned cold. The atmosphere suddenly became tense. After a moment, he stood up and spoke. I hope you understand, between the two of us, it was you who dumped me for the rich girl. You're sorry for me. Who are you showing this to now? You think I care? I tell you, no matter how wronged or uncomfortable you feel now, you have to bear with me. Don't forget that between us, as long as I don't mention the end, don't ever think of leaving me, so you have to bear with me for the rest of your life. I looked at him without saying anything. I just feel that this hysterical with the warm and beautiful Lu Rian in my memory, it seems to be getting farther and farther away. Seeing he dropped the game. I'll have my assistant pick you up tomorrow. No lateness. Then he left without looking back. I stayed where I was and smiled bitterly. What can I say? I made him like this myself. The next day, I changed my clothes and stood in front of the mirror. The dress should be tailored, made it fits me well. Even if my former unscrupulous boss praised me for my good looks, it can't return to its former glory. A beggar in fancy clothes is still a beggar. I'm no longer a young master. But the well-known soft rice man hesitated for a while. I opened the cabinet. The watch my mother gave me when I was 18 installed inside. This is also after my family went bankrupt, the only valuable thing I still have with me. When I walked into the venue holding Lu Rian's hand, I finally understood today. Why does he insist on me following him? Because when I entered the venue, I saw a pair of familiar eyes. The opponent is Zhou Mumu's partner. Ex-wife Lu Rian seemed to be waiting for this moment. Expressions. Laughing, she mocked me and asked me why I met my old lover. Can't even walk. Song Yan, please pay attention. You really don't take me seriously. Zhou Mumu obviously noticed us too. He walked up to us with a glass of wine. 8 years, haven't seen you for a long time. I nodded to him and replied, long time no see. Why do you look so bad? Is Lu Rian not good to you? Tell me if you have any difficulties. Don't carry it alone. He cares about Lu Rian. Beside him, his expression suddenly turned colder. He suddenly leaned on my shoulder. He pulled me behind him. Mr. Zhou was so affectionate that he could still divorce. Zhou Mumu smiled and nodded. Anian and I are not destined to be husband and wife. But we grew up together. I am a sister. Can't you just care about your brother? Since you're divorced, it's better for everyone to be strangers. Song, Nian, doesn't need your concern, just a greeting from an old friend. Is Mr. Lu so short-sighted? Even my own men have normal friendships. All must interfere. I will not interfere with his normal friendships. But there are some people who obviously have ulterior motives for him. Of course I won't turn a blind eye. Finished, he let me go and approached Zhou Mumu to warn Song, Nian, my man, now you'd better get out of here. I don't want to be the center of conversation among people around me. At that time, no matter what, it's not good for me or him. Zhou Mumu was not to be outdone. He shook his glass. Why is Mr. Liu still saying one thing and thinking another? I've only been back for 3 days. I have heard a lot about your romantic fortune. You are already the king of topics. Just at this time the door was suddenly opened. All eyes were focused on the door. I saw Lu Chen rushing in a hurry. Wearing sports suit out of tune with the venue, the tall boy stood at the door and glanced at the fist, finally locked eyes on me, walked straight over. Before everyone reacted, he punched me directly in the face. Everyone was confused, including me. I guess this is the first time everyone has seen this. But I touched my burning face. Some self-deprecating laughs. Lu Chen suddenly in the final analysis. It was Lu Rian who gave her the confidence. Zhou Mumu was the first to react. He smashed a wine glass over. Angry to the point of making you mad, Lu Rian also came back to her senses. He grabbed Lu Chen. I helped him wipe the red wine off his body with great concern. Lu Chen immediately complained, aggrievedly complaining like smoke. You keep saying that I'm your favorite. Why don't you let me come with you today? I am not as good as that man. Lu Rian looks embarrassed, but I still hold back my anger. Shouted softly, didn't you say you haven't been feeling well lately? Besides, what is needed on this occasion today is his performance. Not you. Lu Chen was furious when he heard this, pointing at me and yelling, I don't understand. You obviously don't love him. Why do you have to follow? He's married, but she still refuses to divorce him. Lu Rian's face is getting darker and darker. Please promise me. Divorce him immediately. I don't want to be pointed at by others outside, not in the light. We are clearly a couple in love. I should be your husband. I don't know what he said that irritated Lu Rian. He raised his hand and slapped Lu Chen on the face. I can give you anything you want, but except for this position on the marriage certificate. He is angry. Lu Chen was stunned by him. No response for a long time. Then he looked at him with grievance. I just want a legitimate identity. What's wrong with me? Lu Chen grabbed Lu Rian's hand and cried. Rian, I'm dying. I am sick. His words immediately caused a stir. Zhou Mumu pulled me behind him to protect his master. Lu Rian, is this what you call good to Song Yan? The people outside have caused such a commotion. Do you feel it is beautiful? Lu Rian pursed her lips and said nothing. I heard you guys got married. I'm happy to send you off. I'm glad. He went around in a circle, but in the end, I got what I wanted. But now I regret it. If I just knew that he was living like this, I won't agree to divorce no matter what. I even hate myself now. I hate myself for pushing him into your fire pit. He turned and looked at me. Seriously, asked for 8 years. Do you regret it? Is this woman worth what you did in the first place? It's not too late to regret now as long as you nod. I will take you away immediately. I looked at him with a wry smile, a pang of sadness shaking his head. He pulled his hand away. Thank you, but I have no other options now. My own choice, my own responsibility. Weekend disappointment. What else do you want to tell me? Lu Rian comes to pull me. Seeing this, Lu Cheng rushed over from the side. He didn't yell this time. Covering the abdomen, leaning on Lu Rian in pain. Rian, my stomach hurts. After saying this, he fainted. Lu Cheng began to recuperate quietly at home. Lu Rian was also busy accompanying him and came back. My insomnia is getting worse, accompanied by other symptoms. Sometimes I even have hallucinations. I feel groggy and have no energy every day. Until one morning I woke up spitting blood from the mouth. I realized there might be some trouble. Change your clothes and take your keys. I took a taxi to the hospital alone. The doctor took my report and pushed up his glasses. Several times he looked at me with an expression that seemed to want to say something, but was hesitant. Finally, couldn't help asking, did your family come with you? I shook my head and answered truthfully, no, it's okay. Just tell me. I can bear any outcome. I am mentally prepared. He sighed and comforted her. You are still young. As long as you work hard to cooperate with our treatment, it's still possible to cure the disease. Cannot be delayed. Now the best treatment option at the moment is for you to be hospitalized immediately. Surgery scheduled in 2 months, but surgery carries significant risks. Your family member's signature is required. Then he handed the report to me. I walked out of the doctor's office with the report. Only then did I realize it turns out that my hands holding the report are shaking. It would be a lie to say I'm not afraid. I looked back at the people next to me. They all come together in 2s and 3s. There are couples, married couples and parents, and I'm alone. No one will feel sorry for me. My parents are gone. In legal terms at present, my family only has Lu Rian. I haven't figured out how to tell him this yet. I walked to the hall in a daze. Look up, I saw Lu Rian and Lu Chen walking in. He was still holding the bag given by the hospital. For eyes facing each other, he was also stunned at the door. The nurse suddenly bowed respectfully to him. Mr. Lu, I'll take you to the VIP checkup you booked. He nodded. Stop looking at me, keeping up with the nurses. I take back my bloodlust. I put the report back into my bag with self-mockery. I thought he would at least ask why am I here, but I never thought that he could just pretend he didn't see it. I'd better not bother him then. Turn around and prepare to leave. Lu Cheng's voice came from behind Song Yan. I hold back the bitterness. Turn around and pretend to have just noticed them. He walked towards me, holding Lu Rian's arm. That's really you. I just see that you look like a dead person. I'm not sure, so I called you. I really didn't expect that I hadn't seen you for just a few days. You made yourself like this. His tone revealed gloating. Lu Rian stared at me for a long time, finally spoke, but the tone is still cold and icy. You look bad. Take medicine when you are sick. Don't make yourself inhuman, ghost, or not. It's an eyesore. You're bothering me. I'm ready to leave. Lu Chen snorted coldly behind his back. Do you think you were smart? Don't think I can't see what you're doing. You just knew in advance that we would be the police, so pick this time. Well, act like a sick person. Pretend to meet us by chance otherwise. Why do you ask me to die? You wouldn't think you Rian will feel sorry for you. I turned back to look at him. Mr. Lu, you are not confident in yourself. Are you still not confident about your girlfriend? Just a chance encounter can make you think of so many things. So nervous it seems that he treats you the same way. I gave Lu Rian a meaningful look. Then he strode out, leaving the journey behind, and jumping with anger. Time flies. A month has passed in the blink of an eye. The doctor called me several times during this period. Advised me to go to hospital early. He said I can't delay it any longer. It's not like I haven't tried hard during this time. I called Lu Ruyan, but I found out that he had already blacklisted me. If he doesn't come home, the chances of us meeting are slim. Finally, I decided to go to the company to find him. The front desk asked me who I was looking for. I said Lu Ruyan. He stared at me for a long time, asked me if I have an appointment. I shook my head. So he immediately changed his career. I'm sorry for refusing to fight you, with a fake smile, and politely saying, no, gentlemen, if you don't have a reservation, you can't go in. At this moment, Lu Ruyan's assistant came from the side, hurrying over. When he saw me, he politely said, Mr. Song, just ask Mr. Lu to wait here. Then he whispered to the front desk, this is Mr. Lu's. Sir, remember this later. Heard at the front desk, covering her mouth. She exclaimed, who is Mr. Yao in there? The assistant covered his mouth. He also realized that he might have said something wrong. He looked at me apologetically. I waved my hand to indicate it was okay. Followed the assistant to the reception room. Wait 1 hour, 2 hours. Lu Ruyan didn't come out for 3 hours. I stood up and prepared to go straight in to find him. The staff now knows my identity, so he didn't stop me anymore. So I directly walked to his office unimpeded. I pushed open the door outside. I saw Lu Chen sitting next to him, feed him strawberries. He didn't even stand up when he saw me. He nestled in his arms and smiled. I thought you were smart. Lu Chenhing's smile is like smoke. I haven't seen you for so long. Still don't know what it means? Do you have to make it so embarrassing for everyone? I'm not in the mood to talk nonsense with him. Now look into Lu Ruyan's eyes. I have something to tell you. Can you let him out? I don't want to say I'm sick in front of this man. But then they have to chirp and question. It's as if he's the only one in the world who's sick and dying. Lu Ruyan said impatiently, if you have anything, just say it. There's no need to hide it from him. I bit my lip, but this is my own business. I don't want everyone to know. Silence for a few seconds. He looked at the aggrieved road beside him. Go out first. Ruyan is unwilling. Lu Ruyan didn't say anything, just a look to warn him. There is no way to block the road, slowly blocking the door. When I reached the door, he suddenly turned around and sent me my backpack, which was still on the table. Pass it to me. That's a real book bag. It's a symbol of his little brat. I rolled my eyes and walked to the table and handed it to him. I clearly saw him catch it at that moment, secretly retracted his hand. The knife fell to the ground. Instantly the things inside also made a loud noise. Lu Chun immediately squatted down in panic. Anger fell. The perfume I was going to give to Ruyan was broken. This is something I entrusted to you with great difficulty. Brought it back from a store in France. This is my birthday gift to Ruyan. After saying that, he started to curse. Song Mian, I know you hate me, but why can't you be honest? Why do you always do this little trick? Lu Ruyan came over. I saw the broken perfume on the ground. Pull him up and comfort him. Isn't it just a bottle of perfume? But how can I hear the journey? He said noisily. He spent a lot of effort to buy it. But I broke it on purpose. Song Dynasty, you must apologize to me in front of everyone today. You pulled your hand back. So it's not my fault. I spoke calmly. Lu Ruyan heard this and coaxed him for a long time distance, but he seemed to want him to make the decision for him. Lu Ruyan patted him on the back and said, don't be angry. It's bad for your health if you're angry like this. But who knew that he got even angrier after hearing this? He destroyed my stuff. I just want an apology from him. Isn't this how it should be? Lu Ruyan's expression is serious. Song Mian, please apologize to Aching. I'm looking at him. Lu Ruyan, was it me who fell, or was it him who fell? You clearly saw it. His eyes flickered. Don't turn your head, and repeat it again. Apologize to Ash. Why humiliate yourself? He has only hatred for me. Looking at this scene, I suddenly said, Lu Ruyan, you really make me feel so strange now. He heard my eyes staring at me, as if to see through me. It's all thanks to you that I slowly got there. Let's get divorced. As soon as I said this, even Lu Chun, who was crying and shouting just now, became quiet. I know only you can bring it up, but you've been torturing me like this for so long. Do you really find it interesting? I will find a way to pay you back the money. I was wrong. I shouldn't have treated it so foolishly. Our relationship from then on, the two of us never saw each other again.